Well, it's the last Tuesday of the year 2022. The date, the 27th of December. Time, 9 p.m. East African. Place, broadcasting out on Harithuku Road. Good evening, I'm Mboya, and this is KBC Prime Edition, top on our live broadcast. Innocent. Meru Governor Mwangaza asserts as Senate impeachment hearing kicks off. President Ruto's achievement in 100 days Infotruck survey gives him 52% rating. Not out of the woods yet. DPP appeals against acquittal of Mike Sonko's 20 million shillings graft case. Many thanks indeed for joining us. Our sign language interpreter is Lucy Mwaura, and our socials at KBC Channel 1 and my Twitter handle at Mboya24. Let's look at our top story tonight. Embattled Meru Governor Kawira Mwangaza has denied all the charges leveled against her that led to her impeachment by Meru County Assembly. Governor Mwangaza, who was present at the 11-member Senate Special Committee impeachment hearing, termed the allegations as politically instigated and lacked merit to warrant her impeachment. This even as Dennis Kiogora, the mover of the motion that impeached Meru Governor Kawira Mwangaza, was put to task to explain how two memoranda submitted in support of the impeachment matched in wording and typological error. Kiogora, the member of the County Assembly for Abogeta West Ward, who appeared for cross-examination as witness before the Senate Special Committee, was also questioned on whether individuals alleged appointed through roadside announcements were drawing any benefits from the county.
Thank you, Council. It required that you do an application.
The Boni Halwale-led Senate Special Committee Tuesday began its hearing on the removal from office of Meru Governor Kawira Mwangaza.
The main issue that triggered the filing of this impeachment motion is the demand, and we say the demand for ward fund by MCAs, and all other allegations are peripheral to that allegation.
The mover of the motion seeking to impeach Meru Governor Kawira Mwangaza, Dennis Kiogora, had a daunting task to explain how two memoranda submitted in support of the impeachment had similar mistakes.
That on the 25th of October 2022, Honorable Kawira Mwangaza, while in Abogeta Westward, South Imenti constituency appointed...
No. Do not. Please read what is written.
Page 153.
It is not appointed. Read what is written there. There is a word there. You've just said appointed.
It's appointed.
Appointed. You believe that is a typo, right?
Yes.
Good. Can we go to page 211? Paragraph 5.
That on 25th of October 2022, while in Abogesta Westward, South Imenti constituency appointed alternative MCAs.
So is it possible that two different people in two different locations are making the same typographical error?
It's not possible.
It's not possible.
Yeah.
Doesn't it then confirm that these documents were prepared by the same person?
I cannot confirm that.
You are on oath, and your counsel will advise you that there is an offense called perjury.
Other accusations against the governor is unlawful dismissals and usurpation of constitutional and statutory functions of county organs. Speaking while making submissions, county lawyer Mutomi Thiankolu said Mwangaza appointed her husband Murega Baichuto to a non-existent position of the patron of the Meru Youth Service before conducting a transparent and competitive recruitment process.
Would such appointments, we were told they are political, would they undermine the discharge of the functions of the statutory bodies in question?
Yes, they would, because we have seen the first gentleman exercise the powers bestowed on him as the patron of Meru Youth Service that has led to other illegalities that are in this motion.
Of all the people who are appointed by the governor to be in that committee, has any of them drawn any benefits from the county coffers?
They have not drawn any benefits that I'm aware of.
Do you know if those people who are presented to the governor were eventually ever recruited or hired to serve as firefighters?
That is immaterial.
Order, Mheshimiwa, kindly take
I'm guided, Honorable Chair.
Just a minute.
Yeah.
I'm here to help you to win your case. Okay? The lawyer is destroying your case. Answer his questions slowly and to the best of your knowledge.
On Wednesday, the governor will present her evidence before the committee. Kamche Menza for Prime Edition.
Of course, the impeachment hearings are still ongoing even as we bring you this live broadcast. The Governor Mwangaza there speaking at this very moment, responding to questions that are put through to her. There she is, currently responding to some of those questions that are being put to her. Remember, she has denied all the charges that were leveled against her, and that is one story that we are following for you. It goes straight even into the wee hours of the evening. Well, while that is still ongoing there, let's look at other items here and, you know, the general scorecard of the president. How does it look? The president's administration within the first 100 days stands at around 52.1%, and that is a survey by InfoTrack Kenya. It further rates food security as the worst implemented promise in economic pledges by President William Ruto. The survey further rates the Hustlers Fund as the best implemented promise so far, that standing at 56%. Let's look at now that story in more detail as presented to us by Sarafina.
In a two-day survey conducted on the 21st and 22nd of December 2022, just a few days before the completion of President William Ruto's 100 days in office, 840 respondents above 18 years of age from 47 counties were involved to determine how best the promises made by the president during his inaugural speech on the 13th of September have been delivered.
So in a nutshell, on the elements that the president pledged to work on, his score is a C. The areas that seem very critical for him to address as a matter of urgency are the economic areas where he should address the, cost of living, the cost of basic commodities, and then the, expanding of the wealth creation bracket so that we have financial inclusion for those who are marginalized, women, youth.
The survey majored in 4 key sectors, which include foreign affairs, governance, social infrastructure, and the economy. Implementation of promises in foreign affairs is rated best overall at 62%, followed by governance at 56%. Appointment of the 6 judges rejected by former President Uhuru Kenyatta, according to the survey by InfoTrack, is rated best at 57.2%. The return of Port of Operations to Mombasa was also rated best at an overall score of 60%. The least score is on economic matches, with enhancing financial inclusion through the establishment of the 50 billion shillings Hustler Fund being rated best at 55.8%. The general scorecard of President William Ruto's administration within the first 100 days is at 52.8%, according to InfoTrack Kenya. Sarafina Robi for Prime Edition.
Well, on to that story of my senior colleague who has been under the weather. She has been indisposed for quite some while. Veteran television news anchor Catherine Kasavuli is now sending an appeal to help to offset the piling medical bills. Kasavuli, as we all know, has been battling cancer. She's still admitted at the Kenyatta National Hospital.
Israeli President Chaim Herzog has asked Transitional Prime Minister Yitzhak Shamir to form a new government.
For 4 decades now, this television queen has brought Kenyans up to speed with what is happening in the country and around the globe.
Thank you for joining us. This is KBC Channel 1, the channel that gives you the most comprehensive news coverage in Kenya and East Africa. My name is Catherine Kasavuli, and of course, you've joined us on Legends Edition this Saturday evening.
Catherine Kasavuli recently returned to the screens of Kenya Broadcasting Corporation.
They're also prodigal daughters. Been round the corner, been round the bend, and I'm back home. Home is always the best.
Anchoring the Legends Edition bulletins on Saturdays.
This is the debut of the Legends Edition. I am Catherine Kasavuli. I have missed you so much. It's been 8 years since I was last on any television screen, and it is just a great pleasure to be back.
However, for the last few months, she has been missing from the television due to illness and even spent Christmas in hospital. Kasavuli is grateful for messages of encouragement, prayers, and financial support. She is appealing for more help to get the required treatment. To support our legend Catherine Kasavuli, donations can be channeled to M-Pesa paybill number 8089700, account number Catherine Kasavuli.
A woman is an interesting person because she encompasses quite a number of things. She is part of the foundation of your life as a little toddler.
Reporting for Prime Edition, I'm Ruth Wamboi.
Well, I agree with Catherine Kasavuli. Women are very interesting people, and they're at the center of all that goes around the world. Well, I just want to paraphrase, not really paraphrase, but just to repeat verbatim what she said in that clip that we just saw, that round the corner, round the bend, and she'll be back home soon. And that's our prayer to Catherine. Our pay bill number there is 808-970, and the account number is Catherine Kasavuli. Get well soon, Senior. We're going to take a short break at this point, and we'll be back with much, much more. So don't go away.
To get the pit as your skiza tune, dial star 811 star 397 hash.
You may be in the pit. You do not see how you could get out. But the good news is that you do not have to get by yourself. The Most High God is about to lift you out. He's about to turn the medical report. He's about to free you. He's about to open new doors, bringing new opportunities, new relationships. The pit is not your destination. Get ready to rise.
To get the pit, dial star 811 star 397 hash. Star 811 star 397 hash.
Cheza Loto, shinda pesa moto.
Na Loto Moto, cheza ukianzia na shilingi 50 na ushinde milioni 2 kila siku. Kucheza ni rahisi zaidi. Kwenye M-Pesa, chagua lipa na M-Pesa. Paybill number, weka 757070. Account number, andika neno Loto. Kisha, weka star. Alafu nambari yako ya simu. Kwenye amount, weka kiwango chochote cha pesa. Kuanzia shilingi 50 hadi shilingi 2000. Lipa na usubiri draw. Makinika papa hapa ili utimize ndoto zako na Loto Moto. Cheza kwa kuwajibika. Mchezo huu ni wazi kwa watu walio na umri wa miaka 18 na zaidi. Ujumbe huu umeidhinishwa na BCLB. Cheza Loto Moto. Shinda pesa moto moto.
Kenher urges drivers, passengers and pedestrians to follow traffic rules on major highways. Drivers, avoid overspeeding and drunk driving. Follow lane discipline. Always take a rest whenever experiencing fatigue. Do not leave stalled vehicles on the road without warning other motorists. Parking on the road shoulders is prohibited. Drivers should utilize designated parking lots and bus stops. Safety starts with you. Message brought to you by the Kenya National Highways Authority. Kenher, quality highways, better connections.
Do you have a news story to share with KBC? Get in touch swiftly on email news@kbc.co.ke or call 0723-892-654 or 0734-780-124.
Welcome back to this live broadcast. The Director of Public Prosecutions has filed an appeal against the acquittal of former Nairobi Governor Mike Mboya from a 20 million shilling graft case. The DPP has faulted the judgment by anti-corruption magistrate Douglas Ogoti that found the charge sheet to be defective, saying that, the learned magistrate misdirected himself by relying on an old charge sheet.
To a judgment delivered on the 21st of December 2022 by anti-corruption magistrate Douglas Ogoti, acquitting former Nairobi Governor Mike Sonko from a 20 million shillings graft case, the Director of Public Prosecution has now filed an appeal against the judgment. In the appeal, DPP Nurdin Haji says the court misdirected itself by relying on an old charge sheet, adding fact in law by misapplying the law by holding that there was a defective charge sheet, whilst the magistrate had already admitted the amended charge sheet filed on the 7th of September 2020. The DPP further claimed the magistrate did not reject the said charge sheet, failed to analyze evidence adduced by the 19 prosecution witnesses, and disregarded evidence on record. The DPP now wants the appeal to be allowed and the acquittal quashed, and Sonko and other respondents to be placed on their defense. Sarafina Robi for Prime Edition.
A family in Nairobi County is this evening appealing, or tonight if you like, is appealing to the government to help them bring back their daughter from Saudi Arabia. 25-year-old Sharon Masita claims that she is suffering and, really wants assistance to return home.
Violet Kangu is a worried mother. Her 25-year-old daughter Sharon Masita went to Saudi Arabia in November last year.
Wewe dadi akusaidi na mimi pia tena ni kama mahali nimeenda sijafaulu. Sasa mami, wacha niende niangalie jinsi vile watoto watasurvive, watoto wake wawili na mandugu zake.
In the last 3 months, the mother of two has been sending distress calls home.
Sharon hawaongei vizuri, hata wakiongea anaongea ni kama analia. Amekonda, ile mwili yenye alikuwa nayo hata sio hiyo. Maisha yenye yuko huko ni impeleki vizuri.
Akafungiwa ndani ya room. Alifungiwa ndani ya room mpaka masaa ile haielewi ni saa ngapi. Alifungiwa hapo bila chakula na alikuwa ameshindishwa njaa na shindo, hao watu wamenyamaza tu. Hata wamuongelesha, hata akiuliza msichana wa hiyo nyumba, kwa nini mama amenyamaza, wanaambia Yesu ajui.
In the latest voice note sent to her family, Sharon is pleading to be assisted to come back home.
Kwa ofisi without reasons, hata nimechoka. Hata sijui nini happen. Hebu nisaidie tumerudi home. Sina option. Nimestaki kwenda kwa ofisi zingine tofauti, mimi nimechoka.
Phone calls to 2 agents who facilitated our travel to Saudi Arabia went unanswered. The family now appealing for help to bring back their daughter home.
Kia waongei sasa. Sasa mimi naomba tu kama mnaweza nisaidia atoke tu kwa rudi. Heri wanirudishie tu kama angali mzima. Tulikuwa tunaomba tu saidizi kama Ministry of Labor inaweza ingilia ndani. Huyo msichana kwa vile hatuna namna. Bila atapata hizo vitu zake ndiye arudishwe hapa Kenya. So unaona ni ngumu. Na sasa saa hii hana vile unaweza communicate na yeye.
Yusufar reporting for Prime Edition.
Too many stories of that nature. Now, let's move on. One person is reported to have died on the spot while 5 others sustained injuries following a head-on collision between 2 small cars last night at Kanjatiri, that's in Runyenjes, along the Kawanjara-Ishiara Road. Embu East Sub-County Police Commander Emmanuel Okanda said that the body of the deceased has been taken to the Runyenjes Level 4 Hospital mortuary. Earlier on, the Eastern Region Police Commander Rono Bunei appealed to motorists to be extra cautious on the road and avoid driving under the influence of alcohol.
Kufika hapa, mimi nimepata maembe imetapakaa kwa barabara. Kuangalia, nikaona watu wanajaribu kusukuma mlango, kukatakata mlango wasaidie mtu, dereva alikuwa kwa probox, ili wamuokolee wampeleke hospitali.
Last night to date, we had 6 fatal accidents. One occurred in Makindu, the other 2 in Yata, another one was in Mwingi and Marsabit Road.
Now, let's look at this Ebola alert item here in Migori. The county government of Migori has issued an Ebola alert and urged residents to report any suspected case. County's health director, Kennedy Ombogo, says that they have intensified screening as well as surveillance at the border due to the increased cross-border movements during this festive season. Here's that report.
Migori County was among 20 counties put on alert in October over Ebola following its outbreak in Uganda. Few months later, the county government has asked locals to be on the lookout for the virus. The county's Director of Public Health, Kennedy Ombogo, says they have heightened surveillance across the porous borders and also intensified screening at the crossing points.
Be responsible to your family, be responsible to yourself, be responsible to the government that you serve. As a healthcare system, we will also, and as a government, will take our responsibility because we have been playing our responsibilities. We have a very robust surveillance system going up to the household level. We have community health strategy as a structure. We have the coordination of both service and community health and surveillance.
At the same time, the county government has called on the residents to avoid getting in contact with dead bodies.
Also, all the discharges from the body of this person are highly infectious, meaning the person can spread the disease, and that is a dangerous person to the general public. Number 2, I want to inform the public that even dead bodies of this particular person need to be buried in an organized manner, meaning we have to have specialized people handling that body because the body is highly infectious. And considering that our people, the kind of burials we offer the dead, and in the way we handle the bodies, it means therefore that
the residents have been urged to report any suspected case of Ebola to the county. Zainab Said, Prime Edition.
Did you know that while many road traffic crashes are avoidable, human behavior continues to be the leading cause laws? Stop these crashes before they stop you. Ensure that you adhere to traffic rules to prevent these crashes. Always observe the fuel 6 to be safe. When driving, please ensure that your speed is within the stipulated limits, the road ahead is clear before overtaking, stick to your lane, keep left unless carefully overtaking. Ensure that you are well rested before driving on long distance, and never drink and drive. Usalama barabarani starts with you. Fika salama. This message is brought to you by NTSA and the European Union.
Wachua mamili leo na Loto Moto. Kucheza ni rahisi zaidi. Kwenye M-Pesa, chagua lipa na M-Pesa. Paybill number, weka 757070. Account number, andika neno Loto, kisha weka star. Alafu nambari yako ya simu. Kwenye amount, weka kiwango chochote cha pesa, kuanzia shilingi 50 hadi shilingi 2000. Lipa na usubiri draw. Cheza kwa kuwajibika. Mchezo huu ni wazi kwa watu walio na umri wa miaka 18 na zaidi.
The earth has grown old with its burden of care. But at Christmas, it's always a young world. The heart of the jewels burns lustrous and fair, and it's in soul full of music, breaks the air. When the song of angels is sung silently in the night. That's right.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Run, young virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild. Sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, darkness flies, all is light. Shepherds hear the angels sing, hallelujah, hail the King. Christ the Savior is born, Christ the Savior is born.
Once again.
Christ the Savior is born.
Enjoy the fun things in life. For one day, you look back and realize that they were the big things. Merry Christmas. And a Happy New Year.
Sleep in heavenly peace.
Welcome back. Let's do some culture now. A section of leaders in Busia County is divided over the push for the creation of Teso County. Speaking during the annual eTeso Cultural Festival at Kakapel Monument Center, the leaders led by Area Governor Paul Otuoma said that the move might cause division amongst the larger Teso community. Teso North Member of Parliament Oku Kaunya, on the other hand, believes that it's now time for the community to get its own county in a move, he says, that will spur development.
The annual eTeso Cultural Festival at Kakapel Monument Center, Busia County. Pomp and colors leaders as well as the locals come together in celebrating their rich culture. It is here that the war of words ensued among its leaders in Busia County over the creation of Teso County. Area Governor Paul Otoma hit out at those agitating for the creation of Teso County, saying their move might result in division amongst the Teso community.
Because in the mind of the people is that sasa tumeanzisha kaunti za ukabila. Na wengine wananiuliza na Kaunya amekuwa tu Ojamonga akiwa. Mbona hatukusikia hii maneno? Unasikia vile wananiuliza? That is the truth. Hiyo ndio ukweli. Sasa watu wengine wanafikiria ati tunaitisha hizo tu kaunti kwa sababu sasa Otuoma amekuwa governor. Kwa sababu hatujaketi na wananchi kuambia ukweli. Lakini tukielezea wananchi tutasema hii ni kitu mzuri, tusukume wote.
The area member of parliament Oku Kaunya differed with the governor, saying the move will benefit the locals and enable the community be at par with other counties in terms of development.
Wakati mmoja tulikuwa district moja. Baadaye Busia ikazaa district nyingine 6. Sasa tuko na sub county 7. Na nikasema sasa Busia kama county imefika wakati imepatiana mimba ambaye karibu mtoto izaliwe. Na hii mimba mtoto huyu anaitwa Teso County.
This even as the king of the Iteso community, Emormor Papa Sunday Emolot, appealed to the governor and other leaders within Busia County not to be torn apart.
These issues of the county should not tear people apart. My appeal is for you to have a peaceful engagement. Let's talk, and this is what we want. We all need development. We bring services nearer. Even if Teso County becomes a reality, we will have neighbors Bungoma, we will have neighbors Busia, we will have neighbors in other counties ambao we are interdependent. Tunaishi pamoja kama ndugu.
The push for more counties is being spearheaded in parliament by Kuria East legislator Marwa Kitayama, and the matter is currently before the Speaker of National Assembly. The matter awaits the Speaker to send it before the Committee of Legal Affairs before they can seek people's views.
There was joy as Kenyans living abroad donated foodstuff to hunger-stricken Kangaita villagers, that's in Gatundu North, as their way of giving back to the community. The group said that the gesture was informed by the fact that their humble base began from the same community.
At the remote village of Kangaita in Gatundu North, Kiambu County, residents here receive foodstuff from well-wishers. The philanthropies are Kenyans living abroad, whose beginnings happens to be the same village. The villagers say they have been grappling with biting hunger, resulting from the prolonged ravaging drought, and had no plans to celebrate the festivities. The diaspora residents say they thought it was to travel home during the festive season, to be with family and friends, and also give back to a section of villagers who are yet to come out of poverty.
Kuna shida ya njaa na tunakuwa tukifikiri sasa tutafanya nini. Tunakaa huwezi kuenda kwa mwingine akupee kitu sababu hata naye hana. Nataka hata hawa wametupatia leo waende na mbele kutupatia.
We came up together, we contributed each something little to help this occasion. Actually, there's a big need for help. It's more than I expected. And us, the government, people from the community, we need to pitch in and come and help.
In Bungoma, inmates at Corinda prison have a reason to smile after they receive foodstuff as Christmas package from the Catholic faithful who congregated with them. Bungoma Catholic Bishop Mark Kadime, who presided over the mass, urged Kenyans of goodwill to give to the less fortunate in society.
This is the time to say we share with each other, because Jesus Christ shared his own nature with us, okay? So that we can also be better. That when we share, we sacrifice, we deny ourselves, we feel the pain, but someone else benefits.
Baadhi yao kuna wenye hawakutenda. Ndio kwa maana Mungu aliwaambia nilikuwa gerezani na hamkunitembelea. So tunapoenda kanisani tukifunzwa mafunzo ya kanisa, lazima tuyatilie maanani, si ndio?
Msituchukulie njia nyingine kwamba tutazidi kuwa wabaya kule nje. Tumerekebika.
George Kibaru for Prime Edition.
Over 312 female genital mutilation escapees living in various rescue centers in Migori region, with some having already undergone the cut. Migori anti-FGM stakeholders have asked relevant agencies to stand in solidarity and help the rescued girls. Non-governmental officials said that the stakeholders were doing a speedy response analysis to see how they can assist the escapees. These and more stories in our county's news wrap.
Mwita said a majority of girls aged 7 to 16 years were being housed in various rescue centers and safe spaces created as holding centers in various police stations across Kuria sub-counties. Already 312 girls have been rescued, and according to the stakeholders' analysis, unconfirmed reports of cases of FGM may be over 26.
We also share these issues as they are critical for well-being of girls who are home for long holidays after the school break in December holiday and are at risk and the increasing FGM that is being conducted, and several girls as at now in Kuria are being rescued and being kept safe, and also the arrests that are undertaking place.
Meanwhile, national government in collaboration with the Poland government has developed the first ever disaster curriculum in the country that will be used to train firefighters and disaster responders in all 47 counties.
It is the first institution offering certified curriculum-based trainings on firefighting.
Those we can cooperate, we can change our experience, we can share knowledge and help to rescue people's life or health. And that's why that projects are PCPM is very important for both sides, which cooperate there.
In other news, teachers in Embu County have threatened to go to court to stop an advertisement on the promotion of teachers by the Teachers Service Commission, claiming that the promotion was discriminatory against the diploma teachers.
We wonder, as a union, why they introduce certain obstacles to teachers that make it difficult for teachers to apply for those interviews. For example, why ask teachers to submit certificate of good conduct? Is the commission telling us that we have criminals in the teaching fraternity? And if they are criminals in the teaching fraternity, what have they done? Why ask teachers to provide KRA, it's called what? PIN certificate. Tax compliance. The tax compliance certificate. And they're the same people who submit our monthly taxes to KRA. Why are they doing that to us?
And Western Regional Police Commander Kiprono Langat has warned parents against using their children to do businesses during the holidays, saying such actions go against the Labor and Children's Act.
Tayari tumeanza operesheni ya kuwasaka watoto, na kwa kila mtoto ambaye ameshikwa tunaandama pia mzazi. Mzazi ataenda kushtakiwa, na sheria ya watoto inasema kwamba ikiwa mzazi usisha mtoto kwa mambo ambayo hayafai, atachukuliwa hatua na hata kufungwa kifungo cha miaka 6 na kwenda juu.
Finally, Kerugoya General Hospital has seen reduced neonatal mortality rates following the refurbishment and equipping of a newborn unit. The deaths of infants have gone down from 22% in 2013 to 8%, with medics hailing Governor Anne Waiguru for the notable improvements in medical services.
Babies are really surviving. We have been able to reduce the mortality rate from 22% to currently 8%. And we are aiming at reducing preventing all preventable death from happening.
A section of residents of Rusinga Island in Suba North constituency, that's in Homa Bay County, are appealing to the national government to assist them practice large-scale irrigation farming around Lake Victoria. Why? To generate more food and income as well. As our reporter, Wycliffe Okech, found out on a visit to the island, farmers who have embraced irrigation farming as an alternative to fishing feel that they can reap more if they are facilitated.
The fresh waters of Lake Victoria significantly harbour the livelihood of the populace around this region through fishing. But aside from the fishing activities, there is a part of that populace that is embracing agriculture by way of irrigation, as demonstrated by Dorothy and Zablon here in Rusinga Island. Zablon, Juma and Dorothy Awur have been practicing irrigation farming for the past 7 years on their 2-acre parcel of land.
Yeah, I don't do any work apart from this. This is what I'm depending on, I and my family.
We grow different crops here. I fully depend on this farm for all my family needs. We sometimes donate some of the harvest to the orphans around.
The concept of crop diversification is well alive at this farm.
We are planting the kales, or what we call sukuma wiki, tomato, and fruits. Cassava is there, potato is also up there. Even the other side you can see to potatoes.
During harvesting, Zablon says they do not have to worry about the market.
Okay, we don't put them in the store because customers are there, they are ready. They come for the crops, or when they are ready, they are just coming for them.
But on the flip side, there are a myriad of challenges the duo faces before reaping from their effort. From the lack of adequate funds to purchase insecticides and other farm inputs to innovation by hippos. The hippo problem is among the many challenges bedeviling farmers around the lake here. But Zablon says to keep them away, they are forced to dig trenches like this one right here. Of all the hurdles, Zablon cites the cost of drawing water from the lake using a generator to this storage tank, which is about 300 meters away, as major.
You feel it's expensive, you see. So you have to have money to pump water. As long as you can pump water until the field get over. See? Then you plant for another day.
He says with financial support, he would opt for solar-powered irrigation. It is a concept already adopted by farmers like Maxwell Mamanyi.
Kwanza sisi kwenye utumizi wa maji ya ziwa, huwa tunatumia kuna mashini ya sola ambayo inatumika kupampu maji kwenye tank kule juu. Alafu tunatumia kuna zile taps tumeweka kule kando kando ya shamba, ndo zinatumika kuleta maji ndani ya shamba ya mboga kwa mboga. So kuna drip lines, hizo drip lines tunatumia before tutumie kuzumaka hizo maji. Hizo drip lines tunachimbia mashimo. Ziko na shimo zenyewe, so unachimba shimo pale kuna ile ya drip line. Then unapanda under that drip line, hiyo mboga mboga unaipanda chini ya hiyo drip line.
Hatuwezi tegemea rain sana. Mvua juu hapa tuko na maji tukiwa nayo, kama kuna njia tunaweza pata kutumia hiyo maji, inaweza kuwa poa, watu wanaweza pata chakula.
Inspired by the alternative means of livelihood, Maxwell, Zablon and Dorothy are urging both levels of government to sensitize Kenyans living around the lake on artificial farming. For Prime Edition, I am Wycliffe Okech.
Further afield, China will scrap quarantine for travelers from January of next year, marking the last major shift from the country's zero COVID policy. Elsewhere, Taiwan will extend mandatory military service for 4 months to 1 year. President Tsai Ing-wen has said the decision comes amid growing tensions with China, which claims the self-ruled island as its territory.
After almost 3 years of closed borders, China will reopen to those with work and study visas or seeking to visit family. Chinese citizens will also be able to travel overseas, the immigration authorities said on Tuesday. COVID-19 has spread ferociously in the wake of restrictions being lifted. Reports say hospitals are overwhelmed and elderly people are dying. The true toll, daily case counts and deaths is currently unknown because officials have stopped releasing COVID data. Beijing had reported about 4,000 new COVID infections each day last week and few deaths. At least 28 people have died in western New York State, most in Buffalo, and 56 in total as the monster winter storm continues to batter North America. A state official said some people had been trapped in cars for more than 2 days during what was probably the worst storm of their lifetime. Up to 9 more inches of snow are expected in parts of the state on Tuesday, meteorologists warn. The storm has stretched from Canada to Mexico. U.S. President Joe Biden approved an emergency declaration allowing federal support for New York State. And Taiwan will extend mandatory military service from 4 months to 1 year. Speaking at a press conference on Tuesday, President Tsai Ing-wen announced new plans to bolster Taiwan's defense in the event of an attack from Beijing. He said recruits will also undergo more intense training, borrowing some elements from the U.S. and other advanced militaries. She added that the island's current defense system was inadequate to cope with aggression from China, which has one of the world's largest and most advanced militaries. Finally, Russian sausage tycoon Pavel Antov has been found dead at an Indian hotel. Reports in Russian media said Antonov had fallen from a window at the hotel in the city of Rayagada on Sunday. The millionaire's death is the latest in a series of unexplained deaths involving Russian tycoons since the start of the Russian invasion, many of whom have openly criticized the war.
All right. It is a weekly news feature segment launched in January of 2022. The Cabinet segment, which airs every Monday at 9 p.m. right here on KBC Channel 1, focuses on men and women who have served as cabinet ministers in respective governments since the first one of Mzee Jomo Kenyatta. Here now is an episode of the Cabinets that featured Godfrey Gitahi, also known as Gigi Karaoke, who served in President Moi's cabinet.
Born on January 1st, 1937, Godfrey Gitahi Karaoke, popularly known as Gigi Karaoke, rose to prominence in the 1960s thanks to his role in helping the landless to settle in Laikipia that previously belonged to the white settlers. Gigi Karaoke was elected to the National Assembly in May 1963 to represent Laikipia West constituency, a seat he held until 1983. 7 years after getting into elective politics, President Jomo Kenyatta appointed Karaoke an assistant minister in the Ministry of Lands, Settlement and Physical Planning in October 1970. He was 33 years old. During the 1974 general election, Gigi Karaoke was opposed by the Gikuyu Embu and Meru Association, that is Gema Laikipia District Chairman F.K. Mboya. At the time, Karaoke had been identified as a supporter of the then Vice President Daniel Arap Moi, which did not see the community who were not for the idea of Moi automatically ascending to the presidency. When founding President Mzee Jomo Kenyatta died in 1978, Gigi Karaoke played a crucial role in the KANU elections that were necessary to confirm the transfer of power to Jomo's successor, President Moi. Following the 1979 general election, where Karaoke retained his Laikipia West parliamentary seat, President Moi appointed a Minister of State in the office of the President in charge of national security and provincial administration. Quote unquote, I soon realized that my authority was theoretical and far from reality, end of quote, Karaoke would later write, as soon as he found out that he ended up with a role that was overwhelming in scope and responsibility. On numerous occasions as Minister in charge of security, he was not privy to decisions touching on his docket, only learning about the same in the press. In May 1982, He was transferred to the Ministry of Land, Settlement and Physical Planning, a familiar environment for him as he had earlier on in his career worked in that docket as an assistant minister. In 1983, a commission of inquiry was formed to look into allegations that the then Attorney General Charles Njonjo planned to overthrow President Moi's government in August 1982. Those deemed associates of Njonjo or because of their tribal affiliations had to be expelled from the echelons of power. Gigi Kariuki matched the profile. He was eventually expelled from KANU on 14 September 1984. After being left out in the cold for close to 9 years, President Moi would have a change of heart in regards to his former friend, nominating Gigi Kariuki to Parliament in 1993, a capacity that he would serve in until 1997. The reignited friendship came bearing gifts for Kariuki, as he was appointed chairman of the Betting Control and Licensing Board from 1993 until the year 2000. Gigi Kariuki was re-elected MP for Laikipia West in 2002, after which he was elected senator for Laikipia County in the 2013 general election. Senator Gigi Kariuki died in June 2017 at the age of 79.
Dereva, kutumia simu wakati uko barabarani ni hatari kwako, abiria wako na kwa wengine wote walio barabarani. Wengi wamepoteza maisha yao au kujeruhiwa baada ya kuhusika katika ajali zilizosababishwa na madereva wanaotumia simu. Usiwe mmoja wao. Usalama barabarani unaanza na wewe. Ujumbe huu unaletwa kwako na Kenya National Highways Authority. Quality Highways, better connections.
With Glovo, you have anything you want from your city in your hands. Kama unatamani ugali beef ama fried chicken, order Glovo ujaribu restaurant mpya. Tamu. Kama game inawaka na unataka drinks zaidi, order Glovo ushangilie timu yako. Na kama your little one amemess, dada hapa zimeisha, order Glovo and save the day. With Glovo unaweza track order yako na kuongea na customer support, which is always available. Download the app and order anything you want from your city. We'll deliver. With Glovo, you have anything you want from your city in your hands. Kama unatamani ugali beef ama fried chicken, order Glovo ujaribu restaurant mpya. Tamu.
I'm your mother, Leo. Na huu wimbo tutaimba mpaka siku ile utakapokuja kaburini mwangu kulia. Maybe hiyo ndo siku utanielewa.
Nilikwambia mimi sina muda wa kukimbizana na wanaume kwa sababu ya mapenzi.
You know love makes you happy.
And I'm happy without him.
Ama na huyu shanza kuchanganya na huyo Casey, sijui Casey.
With Glovo unaweza track order yako na kuongea na customer support, which is always available. Download the app and order anything you want from your city. We'll deliver.
Welcome to 888bet Casino, a world of winning opportunities 24 hours a day. Choose from thousands of games across live casino, table and slots, including favorite titles Burning Classics, Wolf Gold, and the amazing Aviator. But hurry, 1 million is to be given away before 31st December. Join the thousands of winners playing 888bet Casino daily. Play today on www.888bet.co.ke. 888bet Casino, made to win bigger.
Let's get sporty now. And Mehul Gohil and defending champion Sasha Mungeli are in control of the Kenya National Chess Championship after the third round of games played on day 2 of the national event at Charter Hall right here in Nairobi, Kenya. Mehul and Sasha have won all of the 3 matches, and you know what? They're edging closer and closer to the top prize, and that prize is a brand new car.
2019 champion Mehul Gohil and 2021 champion Sasha Mwangeli have made clear their intent of winning the 2022 Kenya National Chess Championship titles after the two cruised to the top of the leaderboard after the 3rd round of matches today. Gohil is leading the men's table alongside 11 other players with maximum points, having won all their opening 3 matches. Defending champion Martin Joroge is 5th on the table behind Okonga Misiko, who is 4th. Matthew Kanegeni and Elvis Likoko are 2nd and 3rd respectively. Sasha Mwangeli takes control of the ladies' table with maximum points ahead of Julie Mutisia, who is 2nd, while Madelta Glenda, Nicole Albright and Mercy Ingado settle for 3rd to 5th positions respectively. The 9-round tournament has attracted the largest number of entries compared to the previous editions and is a qualifier for the African Games set for next year. 11 players with disabilities are also competing in the national championship.
Arsenal came from a goal down to beat West Ham United 3-1 at the Emirates Stadium and moved 7 points clear of Newcastle United in the English Premier League standings. In today's fixtures, Manchester United, or Man U if you like, play Nottingham, while Chelsea face Bournemouth.
Meanwhile, former Manchester United winger Jesse Lingard is set to face his former team as Nottingham Forest visit Old Trafford tonight in the English Premier League. At Stamford Bridge, Chelsea will be aiming to win their 7th league match of the season when they host AFC Bournemouth.
Little flick there. Another opportunity might present itself here, and it has! Cody Gakpo scores for the 3rd match in a row.
Liverpool have agreed to sign PSV Eindhoven striker Cody Gakpo. The 23-year-old scored 3 goals at Qatar World Cup to help the Netherlands reach quarter-finals.
Well, of course, that match is still ongoing. The 77th minute, Chelsea, 76th minute rather, Chelsea leading with 2-0. Well, that does it. You know, before I go, I just thought I should share this with you. Mothers are very, very special, and I think they deserve to be celebrated and appreciated every single day, not just on their birthdays. Today I celebrated my mom's birthday, and she turned 18 58 years ago. Well, on behalf of the Prime Edition team, I want to thank you all for watching, and good night from Nairobi, Kenya. I'm Mboya. Bye-bye.